and father, Flex Alexander. Grammy-nominated singer, mother, actress, singer, Shanice. And next to her fabulous mother, Crystal. And the love in Crystal's life, Mike. And we have, and who doesn't love Uncle Spirit? We have Uncle Spirit. And we have Elijah Namani. They love each other. You guys love each other so much, don't you? Yeah. And then we have the fabulous Ruba.
We need you to say that one more time.
Okay. The fabulous Ruba.
First of all, I want to thank everybody for coming out. Thank everybody. Thank OWN. Just thank everybody, man. This has been an entire, team effort, and I just thank everybody. Our family members that you may not see on camera, see my mom and Penny, Tair, Auntie Aisha. I mean, it takes a whole just unit to make it work. So I want to say that first, and I'm just so thankful for that. But doing this show, originally I did not want to do it. My wife was asking me for 7 years to do a show, and I'm like, no, because as an actor, you think reality is going to diminish your cachet as an actor. But we really had a story to tell, and we didn't want ratchet. And after going through what we went through, losing everything, the ups, the downs, I said, okay, babe, we have a story to tell, so I think this would be a good time to do it. And with the way things are changing with technology and everything, you can do everything now. I mean, you have film actors doing television now, doing a Hulu series and Amazon series. So it's a wide open market. So we just said, let's put our lives out there and tell our truth. So no blogs will try to tell it. So we just agreed, and I'm happy. I gotta say, I haven't said it publicly to my wife, but I'm glad I listened, and I'm happy that we did it.
Well, I would definitely say that. I mean, what do you expect with 8 people in the house? It's going to be definitely crazy.
And a dog.
And what?
And a dog.
And a dog at that. Who doesn't pay rent? So yeah, so that's that. But I mean, overall, it's filled with love, comedy. It comes with the territory, drama, and that's pretty much it. But I think what is so beautiful about it is that we all come together at the end of the day. And I think that's what's really important for families to kind of add to their lives. So that's pretty much that.
All right. That's a good one.
I mean, we have to really all get along, because if we didn't, and if I didn't, I would probably be on the curb. Lex would throw my butt on.
I mean, we have our natural moments, but at the end of the day, we work it out.
Well, we work it out, but I'm just being real. We get along, but if we didn't, I would be on the curb. Say, okay, in front of all these people.
Speak the truth.
Will I be on the curb?
It would be a discussion.
No, I'm just saying.
So Flex, how is that living with your mother-in-law?
I mean, I'm gonna tell you this. It's been more good than bad. I mean, like I said, we if you put 8 people in any house, you're gonna have something. And you have a mother, whether it's a mother-in-law, father-in-law, whatever, you're gonna have that, because you're trying to exercise and say, hey, this is my home, or my rules, but you can't say that because you got grown people. You have to find a way to find that happy medium. You know what I mean? And that's just being real. Is it always rosy? No. Do I want to walk around in my drawers? Yeah. but I can't.
Well, what I can say is, we, every now and then we may clash, but it'll last for like 10 minutes. And then right after they kind of have their little, thing, my mom will say, hey, Flex, you want a sandwich? She's like, yeah. What you
I ain't gonna turn down the food.
and so it's like, we have our little battles, but they don't last long at all.
That's
And
everybody's family.
Yeah.
That's everybody's
and I
family.
think at our house, like, we know how to give each other space. we don't crowd each other. Like, you know, if everybody goes into your room, sometimes I forget who's in the house, actually. So it's been pretty cool.
Yeah, guys, you want to share how it's been being on the show? Come on, Imani. You can do it.
Well, wait, how's it like being on? How do you like to be on the show? Oh, okay. It's been pretty cool being on the show, especially when you're like surrounded by family and people that love you. So you can just wake up and just like be surrounded by love, and it's a lot of fun to do. And
Nice.
Being on the show is great. I mean, it's fun, and it's like it's like not scripted. You could say whatever you want to say, and if it if it goes with the feel of the scene, I mean, it's not like when you go like on a comedy show and you have to remember your lines. And,
You can just be you, right, Elijah?
Yeah, just be you.
Good.
Yeah, and a good crew.
For me, I think I'm more excited. I'm sure says she's my number one fan. I'm her number one fan. Seeing my wife grow as an artist, as a mother, as a wife. She, just did some amazing music with Molly Hunter here from Atlanta, from Tree Sound Studios in Atlanta. They're, co-oping together with Groove Chambers, and Molly just opened up Molly World and Tree Sound, and we just thank you so much because
Love you guys.
so many, people would not do that, what you've done, and I just, it's amazing, and that's what I'm looking forward to see people seeing her taking charge of her career, her writing, her speaking her voice, and just being her. I'm excited for that.
I am super excited for everyone to see me in the studio, like you said, working with Molly and all her producers. And I was a little hesitant about writing in the beginning, and Molly pulled a lot out of me, so I appreciate you. And I can't wait for you guys to see me working with Neo and the Justice League and Didlo and Watson and Needles, and I'm working with Grammy Award-winning producers, and I'm just so thankful and so excited. Can't wait for you guys. And I'm working on my onesie line, so.
If you watch the first season, you know what that's all about.
Yeah, I'm addicted to onesies, and so I'm decided to. He's not. So I decided to start a line, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. Anybody else want to share?
I just want to say that this is another level of stage, I should say. I mean, because television is new to me and myself, and Crystal, and Brother Spirit behind me. But we're looking to just touch all the families out there in a positive way and show that this family is full of talent, and which we haven't seen from everyone. I mean, Flex does this thing. He's a stand-up comedian, actor. Shanice is a legendary singer. But a lot of people don't realize that it came from Mother here.
All right, Mama.
So it started from Crystal, and just to open in on that, myself and Penny, which we go back, Crystal Penny. That's something that we want to see blossom, coming forward in the future as well. But I mean, it's been a I should say a pleasant groove and ride. Here with Flex and Shanice and my wife Crystal, my brother-in-law Spirit, my grandkids Elijah and Imani and Ruba. And I'm waiting to see what kind of talent is going to explode from this family, because there's a lot of it.
Oh, good.
I never thought I'd be on a reality show at my age. So Flex and Shawnee said, I want you my reality show. I said, I can't do no reality show. I have to be myself. It's all good. I just don't be me. I can't act, pretend, or be inside I'm not, So he said, well, just be yourself. I said, okay, that's cool. I can be myself. So we just did a sizzle here. And after sizzle, I looked at it and said, no, I ain't like that sizzle. There's something wrong. So, Shanice, I'm going back to Pittsburgh. And after a while, they told me how good it was. So I didn't know it was that good.
Put your mic on. Up to your mouth.
I didn't know it was that good. I said, wow, I'm actually good than I thought it was. But I always wanted to reach out to people and talk about the spirit, you know.
Amen.
Tune them into the spirit. Get more in tune with your inner peace.
Yes.
I had a store called Inner Peace the Natural Way back in Pittsburgh.
Right.
It was called Inner Peace the Natural Way, and I ran marathons. And all it did reach out in the community about peace of mind and harmony and staying in tune to the universe.
Right.
One person. I was doing this back in the 80s. And I said, well, maybe I had a chance that I can expose myself to the universe.
There you go.
Yeah.
So I always been want that. I was born with that type of energy in me, and I want to share it with the masses. I want to share it with anybody that will pick up on it. You know, I said, what's a good outlet for me? I maybe like I'm getting charged up. You know, and I'm still getting charged up. Because I get so much good feedback. You know, from the young kids, the older people. I said, wow, this is beautiful. And I felt so energized. I'm real energized now, you know. I just came from Pittsburgh the other day. I went to all the churches, and I went all down in the hood, and I went all over the place. I keep my feet wherever, whether I'm in the hood, I'm out here in Santa Clarita, or
Now you know where
I definitely keep my peace. That's my power, and I want to share it with the universe. We got to keep our peace.
Amen.
So we all are spirits. We all spirits.
That's right.
And he's getting a chance to do it by being on the show.
And I really appreciate y'all for listening to me. You know, it's a pleasure and an honor.
And you know what? I know I said, you know, earlier, thanks everyone, but we really couldn't do it without amazing crew and producing partners. I mean, it ran like clockwork. You know, it just ran, and everybody worked so hard. We want to thank Patty Ivins, who's here. And Julie Peasy, who's not here, but we thank you guys for your tireless work and the effort and many of days like. But we got it done. We thank you so much. We thank you so much, and we thank our producer partners, Lynch Dyson in the house. You know, called them up, said, "Hey, you guys want to partner with us?" and came right in, and we just, I mean, they felt how we felt about doing a show with integrity, doing a show showing love. And we just, and they everything they said they were going to do, and they really, one thing when you get into TV, it's a whole lot of things that you think you know and you don't know and all that stuff that you can get done, and they broke it down to the bare bones. And as Jeff will do, he would break it down for you. Okay, Jeff would break it down. He'd be like, well, what is the psychosis behind the hypothesis? And Jeff would break it down. And Vern is like, yeah, we get it done. But we thank you guys. We love you guys. I had to say that. I had to say that to all you guys. And our fabulous crew, Bruce, everybody.
Yes, Toya. Jill, everybody from
Yes.
I'm so
India.
India, we gotta thank India. Where's India? We're right here. Let me tell you something.
We
love you, India. We thank you so much. We came in here to pitch something else to you,
another show.
and you said, "Hey, if you got something else, bring it back." And you kept your word.
Make some noise for India. Wait a minute, I actually totally forgot what the question was because everyone had such beautiful, eloquent soliloquies.
I was saying, what are you excited about this upcoming season?
You know what? I'm just really excited to see, for the audience to see how real it is, because I love reality television and I love the glitz and glam, but at the end of the day, we all know that that's just a facade, and we were extremely transparent. I would definitely say Shanice and Flex were the most transparent, and that has rubbed off on myself and I'm sure the rest of the cast. But I'm just excited for everyone to see that and strip away from all of the, bells and whistles and stuff. Because at the end of the day, it's just bells and whistles. I promise you guys. A lot of people run around, trying to be a certain something, and just at the end of the day, I think the overall message is to just be your authentic self and just live in your truth. Can I get an amen?
Amen. Good 12 hours a day.
It'd be 12 hours a day, but but the thing was, I think the first season, it took everybody, especially those who hadn't done it before, it took them time to get used to it, but it's like that second season flew.
Yes.
And the crew, everybody had a better feeling of everything,
and then when we have such an amazing team that they feel like family.
You actually
so I don't feel like you forget that we're shooting, because everybody was just wonderful. And that's the thing, being like having people in your home, you want them to have good energy and all that, and it was a pleasant experience.
Was that what?
3 months.
3 months. 3 months. Yep, 3 months.
And there are cameras like in every room, except my bedroom.
Yeah.
And there are cameras in my bedroom.
Yeah. Oh no.
That would have been a different type of show. A whole other reality show.
And the crew is funny, you never know. You end up in the bathroom and the GoPro be right there. You just never know.
I've learned that I'm a crier. I cry a lot. I mean, I was trying to watch Annie and I boo-hooed in the movie theater watching Annie. And I've learned that looking at it, I'm like, wow, I'm a lot stronger than I thought. Because when I look back and I'm like, wow, we literally lost, when I say everything. And when I look at myself on camera, I'm like, wow, we're still smiling, we're still standing. And I'm like, wow, thank you, God. I'm like, it's giving me strength, and I'm actually stronger than I thought I was.
Yeah, I just say the same thing. I piggyback on that. It showed me, just the strength that, one, for my wife, that she didn't even realize she had. And I look back and was like, wow, we really went through that, and we can still laugh. You know what I mean? And it just, looking back, I just said, again, I'm glad we did it, because if it ended up just being one season, whatever, we were able to tell our story. So I'm definitely glad that we did it, and it definitely, out of all things, it showed amazing strength, not only in us, but as an entire family. We talked about that together.
We said,
but plus we have to be
who we are.
Anyway. So this is who we are.
Yeah. And we also decided that we're not going to get with a network that's going to make us become somebody we're not, as far as like making up fights and throwing chairs across the room. Like, that's just not who we are.
I mean, we might want to do that, but
even if we tried to do something like that, it wouldn't look believable, because that's just not who we are.
And this was our first
and
only meeting. That was it.
And that's the thing we loved about OWN, is that everything you see on the network has class. So we said, this is the perfect home for us.
And also, again, it goes back to, your producers, goes back to PB&J, goes back to Lynch Dyson. Everybody has to be cohesive in saying, okay, we hear, the vision of what we want to do, and how can we best service that, what they want, what we want, and also the network, because it's a balancing act. You have to balance it. You can't have it all your way.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got to understand it's a network that is, at the end of the day, putting a show on to get viewers and advertisers and so forth. So, we had to meet in the middle, but it was very amicable.
Yeah.
And we're not a perfect family. I mean, we have, I'm just saying, it seems like we are, but we're not. But I'm just saying that to say, but we know, we still love each other at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna be in there fighting and throwing chairs and, so we're basically, this is just who we are, and we'll argue now. But before we go to bed, we're all speaking again. So that's just, we can't fake it. We can't do something. else,
That's
you
true.
know, that's
Can't
not
be
real.
what we're not. But also, the thing that really touched me is that so many people, we get a lot of emails, a lot of people on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook saying, wow, like I'm going through that same situation right now, and this show is helping me get through my hardest times. So when I think about everything, that's the whole purpose for all of this, was to help those out there that feel like, giving up. And, our show, what we're hearing is inspiring others to
Because at the end of the
keep
day,
pushing.
it's a divine assignment. It's not even really, we can sit and say, oh, it's about us, but at the end of the day, it's a divine assignment. It's what we're here to do. It's what we are supposed to do, to inspire people in a generation that right now has no inspiration.
Absolutely.
Actually, after we did our first season, we got a lot of phone calls after that. People saying, man, I'm so glad you guys did this show because I'm having problems. Like, I don't even have any food in my refrigerator. And I'm like, huh?
And it's people like industry people in the industry.
People in the industry, I mean,
That was a shame.
never believed it. Yeah. So,
Financing your deals differently.
I said, first of all, live below your means.
No.
Because just because you're making that money right now doesn't mean it's going to continue to come in.
Yes.
I said, put some money aside, just in case you have a rainy day, and live below your means.
Yeah, she said it best.
Save love.
And if you have a person that you can work with that'll help you, find someone that can help you, get in line with all those things you need and get the important things like, it's sad to say, but us as African Americans, we don't do estate planning, we don't think of those things that are important to pass down generational wealth. We think, I'm gonna get a $2 million policy, but in 15 years, that $2 million may be worth $150,000. So all those things that we don't like to talk about that are uncomfortable, we got to talk about those, and that's stuff that we're learning too. I think it's part of it, but I think you can't alienate the whole, because there are people out there that are outside faith-based that need it too. You know what I mean? I think when you get into semantics and alienating one group over another, I think therein lies the problem. We're sitting back going, okay, I can't help you because you're not in the church, or I can't help you because you're in the church. We all need to help each other because we all have advice, and I think all of us can use. That's my opinion. Yeah! Oh, baby, Beyonce. Speak on that, baby.
What was our faith challenge? Yeah, it was that. But you know what? Even during our hardest times,
you didn't lose faith.
I didn't lose faith. I stayed on my knees are tired. I stayed on my knees and I prayed my way through. So I never lost faith. We always but there were moments when I kind of felt like, okay, Lord, I know you didn't get us this far for us to fail. But then when you don't see it happening right away, you do have sometimes you get a little thought in your head is it over? What's going to happen? How are we going to,
She was like, does God love this one more than us?
I'm like, well, maybe God loves the other people over there more than he loves us. And so I did have a moment, a split little moment, but I said,
But you know what? Actually, when you lost your house, she told her kids that we're just, we're
gonna get a pool.
We're just moving because we want to get a pool and move into another house. So that's what her kids thought.
At first, at that time, she said, we're going to move into a new house. And then baby Bonnie started screaming and then we started hugging. But we didn't know that we were at that point, at that point. And all they told us that we were going to have a house with a pool because we didn't have a pool in our house. And while we were in the hotel. And yeah.
Oh, I was going to say that when my mom told us that we were moving, she kept it a good secret.
Surprise us.
And our family made it fun. Like, you know, like we watched movies, had popcorn, we had friends over. So we didn't really know what was going on, but I just thought of it as like we were here for a short time and then going to a new house.
Big shout out to the Embassy Suites.
And thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for not telling us because I would have been really scared.
That's why we didn't tell you.
But the point,
Thank you.
But the point is, she kept the faith, and we live in a beautiful home with a pool. You know, so.
I spoke it. I kept saying, "Don't worry, we're getting a pool. We're getting a pool. We're getting a pool." And God bless us with a home with a pool.
And there were times, I mean, even before that, even before, you know, trying to keep it from the kids, like our times in our room by ourselves, and you know, those times where we just like, you know, pouring out, crying, and you know, I'm like, baby, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna turn around. I'm telling you, like, and I slept like a baby. I slept like a baby.
I lost a lot of sleep, but I watched him sleep.
I said I can't, you know, pray on it and then turn around and then worry because then I'm not, you know, they don't balance each other out. So I just said, you know what, I know it's gonna be all right. We're gonna get there, and I mean, even in those times, we found fun, like living in the Embassy Suites. We knew that, you know, breakfast was over downstairs. We gotta get down there.
Get that free breakfast.
That free breakfast. I was like, Elijah, put a couple of waffles in your bag. Hurry
up. But and also I wanted to say the highlight for me is when my husband got my ring out of the pawn shop because we had to pawn my ring so that we could, you know, continue to live.
So we pawned a ring to get a car.
To get a car and to pay our bills.
Know, and it was so many things. But for me, I'm at this place in my life where the material stuff, I don't care. You know, I don't care like I did when I was younger. You know, and you know, my mom has really instilled so many. It's my mom over here, y'all. She's instilled so many great things in me that I remember her and my grandmother. You know, and my grandmother used to say that you ain't never seen a U-Haul following a hearse. So, you know, all that other stuff. So I was okay to let it go. I mean, I had Cartier watches, diamond ear. I mean, I was just like, whatever, because it comes and goes. You know what I mean? The most important thing to me, you know, and I had to catch myself, is realize that we didn't lose everything because I didn't lose my family. And that's everything.
As long as when you wake up, each day you wake up, you have another chance to get it right. So.
Yeah, we were just down at the Essence Festival, and we did some panels, and which was amazing, by the way.
Oh yeah, we had
oh
a
my
great
God!
time.
You go out there, and you just see the love for people that was so inspired.
Yeah.
We did panels, and we talked about that, and my wife touched on so many things, but I'll just touch on this. That, you know, it definitely made us stronger in a sense that brought us closer. Actually. It was just like, you know what, yo,
we're gonna ride this out together.
Ride this out. You know, what choice we got?
Yeah, we lost everything. All we had was each other. So.
Like, listen, I got you, we got kids.
Yeah, our health.
You know, we got our health, and that's what's important because, you know, as long as you have that, you have the opportunity to do it again and do it again. And, you know, I was like, when we were
But having kids to help keep the
yes,
bond.
and it helped keep the bond too because it made both of us hungrier and drive harder.
We're like, we can't give up. We got to take care of these babies, you know.
I mean, when we went to file bankruptcy, I walked out of there like George Jefferson. We free. Right there, 255 East Temple Street. Some of y'all know. And I had no problem with it at all. And she was like, "Oh my God, we went."
It was embarrassing.
You know, I went in there like, "Man, you gotta come on." You know? And it was one black family in there, and they recognized it. Oh, I was like, "No!" And like, "Hey man, love you on your TV show." But through all that, we found laughter. We found laughter, and I think laughter in our family is key. That is an amazing medicine. We'll sit at the table, Mike, Chris, we'll all just sit at the table in the morning. We talk, you know, telling jokes. I mean, just having fun. You know what I mean? And that's what I was used to growing up in my house. My mom made dinners for the neighborhood, and you know, her place was, you know, just a fun place. Everybody came over to Miss Ann's house, and that's what I remember. So that's why, for me, it's such a great thing. You know what I mean? And I'm just thankful. But I was long-winded. I'm sorry. We got so much to be thankful for. You don't understand.
Yes. Or not for me. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. Like when I first saw the commercial, when I said it's hard being a broke celebrity. When I first heard that, I was like,
when she said that, I was like,
she did not say that. Like I was kind of embarrassed.
I didn't even know she said it.
I was embarrassed at first, you know, but then when right away when I started hearing the reactions from it, and you know, I said, oh, okay, like I'm glad I did it.
That was definitely real reality, because a lot of you guys probably don't know, but Shanice is super, super sweet all the time. But she has her moments where she said, look, this is what it is. I'm tired of smiling. And that was definitely
that moment.
That was definitely one of those moments.
Exactly. You're so right.
For sure. But I would say season 2, I'm not going to spill anything. You guys have to watch July 11th. There's definitely several moments where I was like, okay, this is too much. And also the fact that this is our second season, you get used to these people being around and you don't even see the cameras anymore. And that's when the problem really kicks in, because the mouth is going like, you guys aren't going to use that, right?
Oh yeah,
sorry, oh no, we had to. So, you know, I had several Patty's like, oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, so definitely look at her. So yeah, there you go.
There were things in and out, because like we did a couple of plays, you know, we did a couple of stage plays. You know, I get residuals from, you know, I love to write, so I still get, you know, residuals from I Love Your Smile, and you know, from, you know, other songs that I've written. So you know,
it definitely helped, but it was still, because you understand, when you have, you know, like when we were at, and we weren't doing foolish things. We wasn't out balling, buying, you know, Bentleys and doing all that stuff. You get to a point of expenses, and then when the income stops coming in, those expenses are still there. So what you do have to the side, you're picking at it, and there's no flow. There's nothing flowing in to replenish it. So it just was like, bam. So when we had the little, you know, things here and there, it was just like eating through, like, you know, quick, fast. And yeah, when I say it was a dry season, it was a dry season. You know, a lot of the things I said I wouldn't do, meaning work-wise, you know, I ended up doing, because at the end of the day, I have no pride to take care of my family.
All right.
We, you know, I was just like, hey, I might have to get out, you know what I'm saying, get a little shimmy right there. I put a mask on. You know?
But I think in the music industry and in our industry, period, it was a dry season for everybody.
For everybody, for everybody, because that was like, what, 3-4 years after the financial collapse, and all that. It wiped out everybody, and it changed the whole entertainment business as a whole. Because I remember in the early '90s getting holding deals for, you know, $100,000, $200,000. Now they're like, here's 10 grand.
Or they're not giving you that now.
Or they won't give you anything. You know, you'll be lucky to get anything. But the great thing that I want you guys to again see in this new season is all of us, is everyone, you know, just stepping up to the plate and seeing so much more, like we said, with her businesses. And one thing that I just returned to my first love, which was stand-up comedy, and which was amazing to do. And that journey for me, you know, I'm so happy I went back. So you'll see that journey. I'm also hosting a special on the 17th of this month, and my graphic novel that I think we're on the table. It's Joshua Run. It is about a character, which is myself, who kind of does on the side computer hacking, helping people with tickets and IRS stuff. He comes upon an encrypted file from the government and finds out, you know, what they're doing in Africa and taking over the natural resources. The president's he doesn't want to be part of it, so the vice president is assigned to take him out, and I get a hold of that information. So I'm on the run the whole book. So it's kind of like Born Supremacy meets Enemy of the State. So I'm super excited about that. And you don't see like Papa, what's we call Mike Papa. Earlier, you're gonna see Crystal Penny singing, and just seeing that so much talent, and seeing no one would give up in their heart, man. And that's the thing, you know, just not giving up. And I'm so excited, you know, like I said, for my wife, but also for my in-laws to see them get out there and our kids just to start blossoming into just, you know, great young kids.
We have a little director back here, Elijah, NBA player now. He's NBA player.
Imani,
actress, singer.
And the Prince of Hosting.
And the Prince of Hosting.
The Prince of Hosting over here.
This guy does everything. You hear me?
Yeah,
Like,
everything.
that is the truth.
I love how when you're
wait, is it about like financial?
No, it's like, what do you love about mom and dad? Mom and dad.
They're sweet. They care about us. And if somebody in the house is feeling down, they cheer us up. Or if me and Bonnie are feeling down, they would cheer us up. And if we're having any problems with each other, like if we're mad at each other about something, I don't know. They would get us together, like just work it out, just be kind to each other, and yeah, when we get into an argument, they say just give each other a hug and just continue on. I mean, it makes us better people. Like it makes us better people.
What I love about my parents, basically what Elijah said, that they're loving and fun to be around, and like when we have issues with like each other or anyone at school or anything, like if someone's being like, I don't know, like rude and stuff, then they'll like know how to cheer us up, and they're always there. Yeah, and they're always
flash mobs.
Oh yeah. We do flash mobs.
Yeah, they're just always there for you, like when you need to, like when you need someone to like turn around and look up to, and basically we just have a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, and there's nothing really they have to improve on because everything is just perfect about them. And
You're so sweet.
Okay,
I'm trying not to cry.
That's the moment, right, Shanice?
I think we got flavor. I think we showed a new style of parenting. I mean, with a little old school mixed in there.
Yeah, a little old school, but yeah, he's more old school than I am. I'm more new. I'm more new.
But wait a minute, that's why we're there in the house.
Right.
We got that old school thing
That's
going.
true.
For real. And it's things that my mom and my grandmother taught me on top of, you know, them being there. Because it really takes, it's more than just Shanice and myself. It's the whole
It's
house.
a village.
Everyone helps.
To raise
Everyone helps. Like, we got to be here. We go out of town. We know that they're safe. That's one thing we don't have to worry about. So that's been an amazing blessing.
And that's the same with Shanice. I mean, it took a village to raise her. That's why she's such a beautiful person.
Oh,
Okay.
Thank you to you and Aunt Penny, because the reason why I'm here is because they got on the Greyhound bus from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and to pursue their singing careers. And then when I got down here, I was like, I want to do it too. And then I got an agent.
We have a little gold mine. Maybe we need to start.
So I appreciate you guys. Thank you.